What's up, guys? Cry here, finally making a deck profile like I said I was going to forever ago. Quality's pretty bad. I'm trying to figure out how to use my phone and keep the camera steady, or maybe I'll just get somebody to record me or something. But for now, I've got this weird setup with my webcam. Anyways, I just got back from the San Antonio Regional where I played Chaos Dragons. My final record was 5-3, which was a topping record. I got the same record as my friend that played Cosmos, but because of seeding, he got 29th and I got 50th, so he got an invite and I didn't, but whatever. I'm pretty satisfied with how the deck did. It was a lot better than I thought it would be, especially since I mostly just played this because it has a pretty good Cosmo matchup, and I only played against Cosmo once, but I 2-0'd him, so it worked out, I guess. Let's get into it. So for the Light Swarns, play 3 Raiden, 2 Lumina. I really think people should run Lumina. She's a really good top deck, and she lets you make Dante and stuff. Really good card. And 2 Lila, since I didn't run MSTs or Cyclones, because MST is terrible to mill, and Cyclone is really expensive. So there she is. For Clowns, I played 2 Juggler, 2 Trick Clown, and 1 Hat Tricker, because you really don't want to mill this guy, but he's solid to search off of Juggler. And then I ran 2 Trick Clown over the 3rd Juggler because it's a mill deck, so it's really nice to mill this guy and summon him for free. And you're still going to mill the Juggler pretty often to get this guy to hand. And I played 2 Plague Spreader and 2 Card Trooper. Card Trooper. These were supposed to be Curry Bandits, but I couldn't pick them up before the tournament. I'll talk about some other changes I would definitely want to make at the end of the profile, but this is what I ended up playing. This guy's nice because he makes Beals anyways. 1 Eclipse Wyvern, since this deck is more focused on rank 4s with the Clowns than it is getting your bosses out as fast as possible. I only run 1 Wyvern instead of 2. 3 Chaos Sorcerer because he's fresh off the list, and I don't know, why not. And also running 3 of him and 3 Gores means I get to run Allure of Darkness, so I can get through my deck faster, and I have a lot of darks to banish out of my hand. 2 Light Pulsar and 1 Dark Flare because it's Chaos Dragons, and these are the Chaos Dragons. And for the big bosses, played 1 Red MD, 1 BLS, and 1 Dad. Pretty standard. Yeah. Oh, shit. And then for the spells, 1-ups, played Allure, like I said, lots of dark targets. Getting through your deck is good. Foolish. This deck plays Out of the Grave. Raigeki is actually pretty good. It's really only bad against Magispector, since rank 4s are so easy for this deck. Raigeki's solid against Cosmos. You just go Dweller and then Raigeki. I can't do too much about it. And then Soul Charge. For 2-ofs, I played 2 Charge of the Light Brigade and 2 Solar Recharge. I was kind of iffy on this, but I decided to play it anyways since my friend was using the reasonings for his Cosmos. This card was okay. I liked resolving it. And then 3 Instant Fusion because we play Clowns, and this makes Clowns even better. You bring back a Raiden and make an 8 Synchro or whatever. It's overall just a pretty good card in this deck. Onto the extra deck, I played 2 Nordens. I was borrowing the second one, so just pretend the Gore's token is the second Norden. 1 Black Rose, pretty good against Pendulum decks. I didn't resolve it, but I would keep it in. 1 Michael, it's basically just a better Chaos Sorcerer. You get to banish any card, not just a monster, and then he gets to push afterward, whereas with Chaos Sorcerer, you usually just use a Plague Spreader to turn him into a Beals after his effect is resolved or whatever. Speaking of Beals, this guy, he's pretty much a win condition against Cosmo. Really good. I would actually probably consider keeping a Plague Spreader in, just so that I have access to this guy. Crimson Blader, Scarlight, Scrap Dragon, Stardust, and Stardust Spark. Scarlight's really good. He's a 3k beater, and he lets you, make really big pushes, and then you just basically do his effect for like a cowboy on steroids for game. And then Leo, not getting targeted is pretty good. Cosmos have a lot of trouble dealing with this guy. on the Exceeds. Ran one Dante for the Luminas, like I said. You can also use Card Trooper, but it doesn't really come up. Abyss Dweller and Castel, pretty much staple, and then Trapeze for the crazy out of nowhere OTKs. The side deck was really thrown together. Like, this deck was already pretty thrown together. Like I said, I was missing a pretty decent amount of cards. But this side deck is just, I just put cards in it because there's no reason not to have a 15 card side deck. 2 Maxi. You could main this if you want, I guess. It's pretty good. I would just rather have combo pieces in hand personally than relying on my opponent doing stuff for this. So, Flying Sea, I wasn't really expecting to play BA, but like I said, I just put cards in because why not? Mind Control is actually really good. It's just a one of. If you're playing against a rank 4 deck, then you can take their guy and then make a rank 4 with him. He also forces Noids to tag out so that you can push, or like it makes them waste their voids here. Pretty nice. 2 Spell Shattering and 3 MST. The Spell Shatterings never came up. The MSTs were okay. Like I said, like, it's not even guaranteed to be good if it's in your hand, and if you mill it, it's completely worthless. So these weren't in the main, and I think I cited them in like once, and then they didn't even really come up, but whatever. 2 Breakthrough Skill. You can main this if you want. I'm not maining it this format, but I definitely would next format. Just with Pepe running around, this card's going to be really good, but for now, it's not as amazing as it could be. I would rather just run stuff to advance my board. And 3 Mind Crush. This actually came up. This is really good against Cosmo and Magispector and stuff. But same with MST, like, you know, it's not guaranteed to work if it's in your hand, and then milling it is completely worthless. So, and then changes. I definitely wish I'd picked this guy up before the tournament started, because I would have run him, but whatever. You definitely need to have this guy. I would definitely take out the 2 Card Troopers, and then probably like one Plague Spreader for this guy. He's too good. You just mill like 4 monsters and then grab an instant fusion or something, and then you win next turn. And you have Gores to protect you and damage jugglers, so it doesn't matter that your field's empty. Mask of Restricts. These would have been nice for Magispector, and these are definitely going to be really relevant once Monarchs become a deck too. Leviair, I probably should have run over the Spark Dragon because Spark pretty much never came up, and Leviair's got some really nice combos. Like, you can banish your Raiden for, you know, any of your guys that banish like a light and a dark from the grave to summon or whatever, and you can go like Lumina, and then like summon like a Lila back and hit a back row or a Raiden or whatever, and then you can Leviair, summon the Raiden back, or like a damage juggler that you've already used you can bring back too, and then mill 2 more and stuff. He really should have been over the Spark Dragon. Cairn Gorgon is okay. You can put him in Abeels on field, and then they can't Castel it off, and they can't destroy it with Raigeki or whatever, so it kind of puts him in a bit of a checkmate depending on the deck, but it's a lot of resources to make this and Abeels. Yazi, I really wish had been in my deck as well. It's really nice against Magispectors. Like, if you go first and summon this, they can't do too much to you. And then it's pretty good against Cosmo too, and it's like a pseudo Scrap Dragon, or you just go like Lumina, Raiden, Mill, and then make this guy hit a back row and then OTK anyways because you're playing Chaos Dragon. And then I really wish this wasn't a prize card. Minerva would be so good in this deck. If you feel like playing this and dropping the 1500 for her, I would recommend doing it, I guess. But yeah, that is about it for the deck, guys. I'll be making more deck profiles soon. I've finished my Dragoonities pretty much entirely, and I have a Cosmo deck finished, and a DD deck, and like a few other things, so more deck profiles in the future, but that's it for now. See you later, guys.